everyone, it's Linda Hayes coming to you from beautiful Belize. I wanted to do this video about getting into Placencia. I already did one on getting into Ambergris Caye, so this one will help people who are trying to assess their options. So there's a couple of different options you can look at. So you're going to be flying into the international airport in Belize City when you come in from Canada or the US or any other international destination. And from Belize City Airport, you can go into Placencia, which is about a 25 to 30-minute flight. The other option is to rent a car, and it's about a 3.5-hour drive. It's really beautiful and safe, and I'm going to show some things we do on the way. So Belize has two local airlines, Tropic Air and Maya Island Air, and I fly both of these depending on where I'm going and when. The prices of different itineraries are often quite similar, but not always, and I'm going to show an example of a Placencia trip that I'm planning and what the prices are, and some other reasons I book one versus the other. Tropic Air does have a reward point program, so if that's something you're interested in, you might want to look at them. They also do fly to other countries such as Cancun in Mexico, and Maya Island Air is one airline that actually has a COVID clinic. So if you have to get a test to go back in the US, which hopefully doesn't go on for much longer, the good thing about Maya is you can book that online, save $5, and they book the appointment for you. So it makes it just a little bit more of a seamless process. And Tropic Air, when I'm in San Pedro, my golf cart company that I recommend people use because it's one of the most affordable, they actually can check people's Tropic Air flight to see when they're coming in, if they get on an earlier flight or if it's a later one, so it makes the pickup more efficient. So, there's different reasons for different things. So my friend that's coming in to San Pedro on Thursday is going with Tropic because of the car rental situation in particular. So I put an example of a price for a flight I looked up for my next trip to Placencia at the end of June. I have a friend coming in from California for the investor summit we have, and we decided to take a trip to Placencia because she wants to check it out as well. So the Maya Air flight for these particular dates round trip is $232 US, and Tropic Air is $245 US. So that shows you the price difference, with Maya being a little cheaper. So now let's look at car rentals. So you can get a compact car with Crystal for $162 US, or you can get an SUV for $180 US. And I recommend the SUV just because the speed bumps are pretty high. And if you do want to do any traveling around to other than the paved roads, which are fantastic, you might want to have something other than a small car. My last trip, we did use the compact car, and in terms of gas, we would expect to pay about $80 Belize for a trip like this. We went to the village a couple days, and we were staying in the Maya Beach area, just to give you a perspective. So now I want to give a few tips if you're planning to drive. So the first one is not to drive at night. It's just very dark, similar to if you're driving in the country anywhere else, and there's a lot of speed bumps, and those are things you want to watch out for. Plus, it's a really beautiful drive on the Hummingbird Highway. Now, when you're trying to do a trip, if you want to use Google Maps, which I wanted to do on my last trip because it was my first time being the driver, and what the maps told us was to take the coastal highway. And that's something that's not recommended because it's under construction and there's poor cell reception, and the car rental companies even tell you not to go there. So what I did instead in the mapping software is put in Belmopan as the destination from Belize City, and once we were in Belmopan, we then put in Placencia, and Google Maps helped us perfectly. So when you're going to Placencia driving, where would you want to stop? Well, we typically stop in Belmopan, and one of the places we stopped at was called the Art Box, and that is a craft store and an art store that's pretty cool to check out. And then for food, there are a couple of options. One that we did recently was stop at a little food stand that had 3 tacos for $1 Belize, so only 50 cents US. And another place we like to go is Quality Chicken, and I'm going to show that on the next slide here. Hello everyone, here I am in Belmopan, and we just stopped for lunch on the way to Placencia at Chicken Express. And Chicken Express here is quality chicken, and it is fantastic food for very affordable prices. So for example, a chicken finger combo that is really large is $12 Belize, so $6 US, and that included coleslaw, sauce, really good chicken fingers, and fries. So these are the kind of places you might want to come when you're traveling down to Placencia with a rental car that we have here that we got from Crystal Auto Rental. And Belmopan right now, where we are, is 92 degrees Fahrenheit in March. So another place I like to stop is at the Country Barn. And this is if it's a really nice day and I want some nice, yummy ice cream, you can go there and do that. And it's a really beautiful area to sit and enjoy on the way, and of course stop at the restroom. So I hope this video gave you some cool information on traveling to Placencia, and stay tuned for more great content. And I'm looking forward to my next trip in Placencia in June.